You have been lied to. Every single expensive metabolism-boosting product on that shelf is taking your money and delivering you absolutely nothing. I fixed my broken metabolism for $0 extra. Here is exactly how I did it. Stop and think about how much money you spent last month on so-called health food. Keto bars at $4 each. Organic green juice at $11 a bottle. Some special metabolism tea that costs $32 for a tiny bag. A detox protein powder that promises to reset your entire digestive system in 7 days. Add it all up. The average American health-conscious consumer spends between $200 and $350 every single month on specialty diet products. That is $4,200 per year. And the terrifying part? Study after study confirms that most of these products produce zero measurable difference in your metabolic rate. I know because I was that person. 2 years ago, I had a cart full of every trendy product you can imagine. Appetite suppressant gummies, MCT oil drops, a subscription box delivering $30 superfood blends every month. My metabolism was still slow, my weight was still stuck, my energy was still garbage every single afternoon. So I stopped everything. Completely. I went back to the basic science of how metabolism actually works, and what I found completely changed my approach, my body, and my monthly grocery bill. Today, I am going to walk you through the exact truth, the exact foods, and the exact habits that turned everything around. And I promise you, almost everything costs less than what you are already spending. Here is the core problem that nobody in the diet industry wants you to understand, because understanding it means you stop buying their products. Your metabolism is not a broken engine. It is an adaptive system. It responds intelligently to the signals you send it every single day. And most Americans are accidentally sending the worst possible signals without even realizing it. Signal number 1, you are sending wrong. You are chronically undereating calories. This sounds counterintuitive because every diet program tells you to eat less. But when your body receives consistently low calorie intake, it does something called metabolic adaptation. Your resting metabolic rate, meaning the number of calories your body burns just to stay alive, drops significantly. Research published in the journal Obesity tracked participants through a calorie-restricted diet and found that their metabolic rate dropped by up to 590 calories per day. That is nearly a full meal worth of calorie burn that your body essentially switches off to protect itself from what it perceives as starvation. Signal number 2. You are not eating enough protein. This is the single most impactful dietary factor in metabolic rate that barely anyone addresses correctly. Protein has a thermic effect of food, meaning your body burns between 20 and 30% of protein calories just through the digestion process itself. Compare that to fat, which burns only 0 to 3%, and carbohydrates, which burn 5 to 10%. When you consistently underconsume protein, your body has no reason to maintain lean muscle mass. And muscle tissue is metabolically expensive, meaning the more muscle you carry, the more calories you burn at rest, every single hour, every single day, even while you are sleeping. Signal number 3, you are eating at completely unpredictable times. Your body runs on circadian biology. Your metabolism is significantly more efficient at processing calories during daylight hours than it is late at night. A landmark study from the Salk Institute showed that mice eating the same number of calories in a restricted time window versus eating at random hours had completely different body compositions. The time-restricted group was leaner and had better metabolic markers. The same principle applies to humans. If you are eating dinner at 10 p.m. regularly, you are working directly against your own metabolic machinery. Signal number 4, and this one hits hard for most people watching: chronic sleep deprivation. When you consistently get less than 7 hours of quality sleep, your body releases elevated levels of cortisol and ghrelin. Cortisol promotes fat storage, particularly around the abdomen. Ghrelin is the hunger hormone. It spikes when you are sleep-deprived, making you hungrier and specifically craving high-calorie, high-sugar foods the next day. The University of Chicago conducted a study where participants on a calorie deficit lost 55% less fat and 55% more lean muscle when sleeping only 5.5 hours compared to participants sleeping 8.5 hours. Less sleep literally means your body burns muscle instead of fat. None of these 4 signals require expensive products to fix. Every single one of them requires behavioral changes and strategic food choices that cost you nothing extra, and in most cases cost you significantly less than what you are currently spending. Let me say something that might genuinely make you angry. The fitness industry has been talking about protein for decades, but almost nobody has clearly told you the actual target number you need to hit to protect and build your metabolism. The research is extremely clear on this. To maximize muscle protein synthesis, preserve lean muscle mass during fat loss, and keep your metabolic rate elevated, you need between 0.8 and 1 gram of protein per pound of your target body weight every single day. Not per kilogram, per pound. So if your goal weight is 170 pounds, you need between 136 and 170 grams of protein daily. If you are currently eating 60 or 70 grams, which is what most people are accidentally doing, you are chronically underfueling your metabolism's most important maintenance system. Now here is the part that immediately changes how you shop. The most protein-dense, cost-effective foods on Earth are not the fancy products. They are the boring, basic, affordable staples that have been sitting in every grocery store for 100 years. Chicken breast, 31 grams of protein per 100 grams. Average cost per pound in the United States in 2026 is approximately $2.40. Eggs, 6 to 7 grams per large egg. A dozen eggs costs between $2 and $3 at most major grocery chains. That is 12 eggs, 72 to 84 grams of protein for $3. Canned tuna, 25 grams of protein per can. Average cost is about $1.20 per can. Cottage cheese, 14 grams of protein per half cup. Often on sale for under $2 for a full container. Greek yogurt, 17 grams per serving. Store brand is typically under $1.50 per serving. This is your metabolic foundation. Not the $40 protein powder. Not the meal replacement shake with 17 ingredients you cannot pronounce. These simple, cheap foods, eaten consistently and strategically, give your metabolism exactly what it needs to run efficiently. I want to give you the exact list of foods that I rebuilt my metabolism around. Every single one of these is available at Walmart, Kroger, Aldi, or any standard American grocery store. None of them require a specialty health food store. None of them cost a premium. Food number 1, eggs. Already covered the protein value. But eggs also contain choline, which is essential for liver function and fat metabolism. They contain all 9 essential amino acids. And the dietary cholesterol in eggs does not raise cardiovascular risk in the way that outdated science once suggested. Multiple large-scale meta-analyses published after 2020 have confirmed this. Eat 3 to 4 whole eggs daily without guilt. Food number 2, oats. Not the flavored packets full of sugar. Plain rolled oats. A large canister costs under $4 and lasts 2 to 3 weeks. Oats contain beta-glucan fiber, which slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and prevents the insulin spikes that promote fat storage. They are also genuinely filling, meaning you eat less total food throughout the day without feeling deprived. Food number 3, canned salmon. While fresh salmon runs $8 to $12 per pound, canned salmon delivers identical omega-3 fatty acid content for under $2. Omega-3s reduce systemic inflammation, which is directly linked to insulin resistance and metabolic slowdown. 1 can of salmon 2 to 3 times per week makes a measurable difference in metabolic markers. Food number 4, sweet potatoes. One of the most nutrient-dense carbohydrate sources available. Rich in potassium, which directly counteracts the cortisol-driven sodium retention that makes you retain water and feel bloated. Sweet potatoes cost approximately $1 per pound, and a medium sweet potato provides a steady, sustained energy release that prevents energy crashes and subsequent overeating. Food number 5, frozen spinach and broccoli. Frozen vegetables are nutritionally equivalent to fresh, in some cases superior because they are frozen immediately at peak ripeness. A large bag of frozen broccoli or spinach costs between $1.50 and $2.50 and provides significant fiber, micronutrients, and volume that fills your plate without adding significant calories. High vegetable volume is one of the most underrated metabolism-supporting strategies because it feeds your gut microbiome, which emerging 2024 and 2025 research increasingly connects to metabolic rate and fat-burning efficiency. Food number 6, Greek yogurt, plain full fat. The full-fat version is not the enemy. Full-fat dairy contains conjugated linoleic acid, a naturally occurring fatty acid that research indicates supports body composition by reducing fat storage and supporting lean muscle retention. Plain full-fat Greek yogurt at store-brand prices is one of the most complete, affordable metabolic foods available. Food number 7, black beans and lentils. Plant-based protein sources that also deliver massive fiber content. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides 18 grams of protein and 15 grams of fiber for approximately 25 cents. The combination of protein and fiber in legumes produces the highest satiety per dollar of any food category in existence. Food number 8, whole milk. Before you click away, hear this out. Whole milk provides a complete amino acid profile, healthy fats, calcium, vitamin D, and potassium in one affordable package. A gallon of whole milk costs between $3 and $5 and contains approximately 128 grams of protein across 16 cups. For people who are not lactose intolerant, whole milk is one of the most underutilized affordable protein sources in America. Food is 50% of the equation. The other 50% is the daily behavioral structure that your metabolism depends on to operate efficiently. Let me walk you through the exact daily framework that I have maintained for 18 months straight. Habit 1. Eat within a 10-hour window. This does not mean you are starving yourself. It means you pick a 10-hour period, say 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and you consume all your food within that window. This approach, backed by research from the Salk Institute and replicated in multiple human trials, supports circadian metabolic function, improves insulin sensitivity, and reduces late-night snacking that disrupts sleep quality. Habit 2. Eat a high-protein breakfast within 90 minutes of waking. This is non-negotiable if you want a functional metabolism. Consuming 30 to 40 grams of protein within the first 90 minutes of your day sets your metabolic tone. It stabilizes blood sugar from the jump, prevents the mid-morning energy crash that leads to a sugary coffee drink and a 300-calorie muffin, and activates muscle protein synthesis early in the day. 3 eggs, a cup of Greek yogurt, and half a cup of oats will get you there for under $2 total. Habit 3. Walk 30 minutes after your largest meal. Not a run, not a workout, a walk. Post-meal walking significantly reduces the blood sugar spike that follows a large carbohydrate-containing meal. A 2022 study in sports medicine found that just 2 to 5 minutes of walking after eating reduced blood glucose response by over 50% compared to sitting. 30 minutes is even better. This single free habit is more effective than several expensive supplements marketed specifically for blood sugar control. Habit 4. Prioritize sleep architecture over sleep duration. Most people focus only on how many hours they sleep, but the quality of those hours, specifically the amount of deep sleep and REM sleep, matters just as much. Going to bed at a consistent time every night, keeping your room at 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, eliminating screen light 30 minutes before bed, and avoiding eating within 3 hours of bedtime all support deeper, more restorative sleep. Better sleep means lower cortisol the next day. Lower cortisol means less abdominal fat storage and better hunger hormone regulation. Habit 5. Strength train 2 to 3 times per week with compound movements. Not cardio. Strength training. The reason is straightforward. Muscle tissue is the primary driver of your resting metabolic rate. Every pound of muscle you carry burns approximately 6 to 10 calories per day at rest. That may not sound like much, but 10 additional pounds of lean muscle means 60 to 100 extra calories burned every single day without any additional effort. Over a year, that is 21,000 to 36,500 extra calories burned, the equivalent of 6 to 10 pounds of fat. And you do not need an expensive gym membership. Squats, push-ups, lunges, rows with a resistance band, and deadlifts with a pair of affordable dumbbells get the job done. I want to be completely direct with you right now. There is no supplement that replicates what consistent protein intake does. There is no detox tea that produces what a 30-minute post-meal walk produces. There is no expensive meal plan that outperforms the simple foods on that list combined with the 5 daily habits I just described. The metabolism product industry in the United States is a multi-billion-dollar machine built on one thing, making you believe that the solution to your metabolic health is always one more product away. The real solution has been sitting in your grocery store for your entire life. Here is your action plan starting today. Write this down. Step 1. Calculate your protein target. Take your goal body weight in pounds and multiply it by 0.85. That is your minimum daily protein target in grams. Hit that number every single day for the next 30 days before you change anything else. Step 2. Do your next grocery run with the list I gave you. Eggs, oats, canned salmon, sweet potatoes, frozen vegetables, Greek yogurt, lentils, and whole milk. Your total grocery bill for 1 week of high-protein, metabolism-supporting food should land between $40 and $65. Compare that to the $300 you were spending on products that were not working. Step 3. Implement the eating window. Pick your 10-hour window based on your actual schedule and stick to it 7 days a week. Consistency matters more than perfection here. Step 4. Add the post-meal walk. After dinner or your largest meal, walk for 30 minutes. Every single day. No exceptions for the first 30 days. Step 5. Track your sleep. Use a free app or simply write down your bedtime and wake time. Aim for 7 to 9 hours with a consistent schedule. Fix your sleep before you worry about optimizing anything else. Do these 5 things consistently for 30 days, and I guarantee your energy, your body composition, and your relationship with food will change in ways that $100 worth of supplements never produced. The truth about metabolism is not hidden behind a paywall. It is not locked inside a $30 supplement bottle. It is built one meal, one walk, one good night of sleep at a time, using affordable, real food and consistent free habits. If this video changed how you think about your health, hit that like button right now because it genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need to hear this. Subscribe if you want honest, science-backed health content without the sponsorship garbage. And leave a comment below telling me the one thing from this video you are implementing starting today. I will see you in the next one.